Good morning, guys. Today is Tuesday. We're going to be working or reading page 99, 100 and 101. Ok, buenos días, padres de familia. El día de hoy, martes, vamos a estar leyendo en la página 99, 100 y 101. Ok, so I'm gonna play the track with you guys. Les voy a poner el audio para que ustedes escuchen. Ok, carefully. Esto quiero que me lo entiendan bien. Quiero que ustedes pongan el video y escuchen el audio. ¿Para qué? Esto no es para que el audio les lea la historia, ¿ok? No, ustedes tienen que seguir la historia con los ojos. ¿Recuerdan cómo las leemos en clase? Que nos ponemos a leer un párrafo cada uno, cualquier error yo se los corrijo y les vamos entendiendo la historia, todos prestando atención y leyendo con cuidado, ¿verdad? Entonces lo mismo es aquí, yo les pongo el audio para que ustedes escuchen la pronunciación de las palabras, como es correctamente. Pero no significa que porque les ponga el audio ustedes van a entender simplemente la historia al escucharla. Tienen que ir siguiendo la lectura, ¿ok? Listening and following the reading, ¿ok? Escuchando y siguiendo la lectura, por favor, ¿verdad? Porque recuerden que al final tenemos las worksheets y si ustedes no han leído nada, ¿cómo la van a contestar? ¿Ok? So be careful, listen, ¿ok? Escuchen y follow the reading, sigan la lectura.
His early years. He was born in Cardiff, Wales, 100 years ago, in 1916. He grew up in Wales and England. His parents were Norwegian. His father, Harold, died when he was only 3, but he had a wonderful mother and 3 very lively sisters, so he was happy. His mother sent him away to boarding school at the age of 9. She thought it would be good for him, but he hated it. He was not a good student, though he was good at sports and photography. Just like Matilda, he also loved reading. He enjoyed escaping from horrible reality into the rich, colourful world of his imagination. Adult life. He left school in 1935 in search of adventure. He got a job at the Shell Oil Company. He went to Africa. He had to get used to the tropical heat. He also had to avoid being bitten by snakes, lions, and leopards. When the Second World War started, he joined the Air Force. He flew in Greece and Palestine as a fighter pilot. He loved flying. But in 1941, he had to leave the Air Force. He left because of head injuries he got from crashing his plane in the African desert. The crash gave him something exciting to write about. His first story was called Shot Down Over Libya. Roald believed it also changed his personality, making him more creative. The monumental bash on the head, as he described it, had turned him into a writer.
Okay, so now page 100.
Life as a writer. In 1942, the Air Force sent him to Washington, D.C. to work in an office. All Roald wanted to do was write. Every evening, when he got home from work, he sat at a table inventing stories. One was called The Gremlins. These mischievous little creatures excited Walt Disney so much, he wanted to make a film about them. In 1945, Roald came home to live with his mother in the English countryside. He preferred it there to life in the city. When he was not writing, he liked gardening, going on long walks, and breeding racing dogs. His next 2 books were novels for adults. He then started writing short stories with interesting and surprising endings. One was about a wife who killed her husband. She used a frozen leg of lamb, which she then cooked and served to the policeman who came to ask questions about the crime. This was later made into a famous TV drama.
Okay, now we're going to read 101, page 101.
Personal life. In 1953, Roald married a beautiful American actress called Patricia Neal. 2 years later, their first child was born. By 1960, he had 3 children. he started inventing bedtime stories for them. When he saw that they really liked one about a fruit that did not stop growing, he thought he should try to write it down as a book. His first children's book, James and the Giant Peach, was the result. Soon Roald and his young family faced 3 terrible events. In 1960, his 6-month-old son, Theo, was hit by a taxi in New York. He nearly died. 2 years later, Roald's daughter, Olivia, did die after getting measles. And in 1965, his wife, Pat, had a terrible stroke. Roald had to raise his family by himself. Roald liked to escape from reality when he wrote. Even on a sunny day, he liked to close the curtains so he was not distracted by the world outside. Most of his writing came from his imagination. It was not linked to the world outside. Sometimes, however, there were moments of reality. Fantastic Mr. Fox and the father in Danny the Champion of the World are surely portraits of Roald, trying to keep his family together despite threats from outside. Roald believed that a writer should write short, simple sentences and that they should never use a complicated word when a simple one would do. He believed in exaggeration and fantasy. He saw himself mainly as an entertainer. He loved to laugh and to make other people laugh. Perhaps that is why children love his books so much.
Okay, so we just read the pages that were done to be today. So allow me just okay, so we just read them. Now acabamos de leer las páginas, ¿verdad? Que nos tocaban el día de hoy. Entonces el día de mañana vamos a trabajar en las worksheets, que ya son donde nos preguntan y nos hacen nos toca hacer ejercicios acerca de la historia, ¿verdad? Entonces esto sería todo por el día de hoy. Recuerden, para el día de hoy no necesito fotografías, solo de ustedes leyendo, ¿verdad? Ya el día de mañana sí necesitaría fotografías de las páginas del libro que vamos a trabajar, ¿verdad? Entonces eso sería todo. Espero que gocen de salud y bendiciones. Nos vemos el día de mañana.